Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous. And here's her story. Hi, Ollie. Thank you for doing the video. Don't be afraid of the clarity after going no contact. You have excellent perception and it is very helpful receiving your helicopter view of situations. I have made another donation and would like to ask your opinion of something that some narcissistic psychopaths do, especially if you discard them as I did mine, is the predatory behavior of continued breaches of judges, no contact or court orders, and the many forms of criminal harassment and stalking. What can a victim do if the stalker has means to track you? What if reporting it only results in years of lengthy court proceedings and the stalker ignores all terms of probation anyway and gets recharged for the breach of no contact from jail? What if it is clearly stalking, but the Canadian police forces in general do not take it seriously enough? Domestic violence is an epidemic in Canada. In general, victims know how to keep themselves safe and can sense their stalker from far enough away. My dad is also a stalker of me, so I have been doing a ton of inner child reparenting, counseling, and energy work to break the pattern. I'm feeling pretty darn good and have been left alone by the stalker for the past 2 months. Realistically, it is also the pattern of the stalker to take such breaks and reappear. It has been 3.5 years since I changed my appearance, car, phone number, and have moved and didn't let anyone know where I moved to. He has friends in communication and who knows, maybe at the motor vehicle registration office. One domestic violence hotline suggested police involvement due to the stalker's father's many years working in conjunction with both city and nation RCMP police. I have moved many times, but the stalker always seems to find me. It's a small world, and it just takes one person to see one person to spread the news. Your thoughts, Ollie. Thanks again for your heart, genius, for also amazing insights from your subscribers who commented on the clarity video. My best to all, Anonymous. You know, it's a tough situation when you just can't get the narcissist to stop. And that's the problem with them, because that's how they're programmed. They are programmed. They are machines. They are terminators. And you're getting more, and I'm getting more and more, I'm noticing again. And this happens every year. I get more and more letters about stalking and aggressiveness around the holidays, because this is when your anxieties kick up. You know, because the holidays are always such, stressful times, have always been stressful for us. Unfortunately, for you, unfortunately with dealing with the narcissist in any way, whether it's even trying to enforce a no contact order, is still giving them what they want, because it's still making you respond and interact with them, which is just so frustrating. And I know you said you've moved several times, but eventually you're going to have to move. If this continues, you're going to have to move far enough away where it's just going to be out of range. And that's what I had to do. You're going to have to move to a spot where, not that he can't find you, that he would have no desire to go to, or a fear of going to. Now that's hard to do, because they're always going to try to find a way to mess with you, no matter what. No matter what. Look, my family made it very clear to me that we're never going to stop. Never. If I would have stayed, it would have ended up bad. They are not programmed to stop until they've gotten their way. And when distance becomes an issue, they find other ways to mess with you. To this day, I mean, look at mine. Look at my main one. Pushing 70, 68 years old. Running sock puppet accounts. This is what they do every day, sitting there trying to figure out, trying to get as many dislikes on my videos as he's hiding it from his drunk wife. That type of stalking dedication doesn't die, doesn't go away. It can only be ignored. It can only be ignored until they start malfunctioning, and until the more you ignore them, the more they're going to malfunction, and the more they're going to become a pariah in their own circle, because they're spiraling when they do these things. When they're stalking, they're spiraling. Because there's a reason why they're stalking. They're stalking because they're not getting their way. It's another intimidation tactic. They know we want to just forget they ever existed, and they can't have that. They can't be erased. They don't want to be. I think that's scary. That's one of the things that scares them. You know, just as much as being exposed is, I could be erased, because that's their tactic. We're the ones who are supposed to be erased. They decide who gets erased, not you. And you learn their patterns. They all have patterns, and you've learned your stalker's patterns. I know mine. I know what they're going to do. I know why they're going to do it. I know before they're going to do it. I know how they're going to react. See, the frustration comes from when you do try to get authorities involved, and it gets to that point and you still can't get anywhere. Look, I've said this, and I'm saying this more and more and more and more on this channel. Okay, and I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings who's up there, but Canada is completely fucked up. The whole fucking country is fucked up. It's just the way it's been going up there for 50 years. They care more about hurting people's feelings than hurting people in reality. That's narcissism. Because feelings trump reality in the narcissistic world, because they're subjective. And there's something that could be played up. You're hurt and you're disgusted and you're boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And they will use their feelings to justify physical violence. Because the physical violence is right there for everyone to see. But only I know my physical pain. You can't even understand the pain you caused me. That's narcissism. That's what's going on. That's what's been going on up in Canada for a long time, and that's what's going on down here. That's why you get comedians getting arrested in comedy clubs for offending certain groups. At the same time, you got soldiers getting hacked up in the streets. But Canada is a place where they'll arrest you if you use the wrong gender pronoun now. That's a problem. That's a big part of the reason why you're not getting the police to respond to you. Because the police are more concerned these days what's going on in the internet about politics than they are with somebody who might actually be in friggin' physical danger. That's the reality. My best advice to you is you have, and only you would know this, Anonymous, is what is the actual danger from these people? Physically, are they going to follow through with this, with anything? Only you can answer that. I can't answer that for you from Fort Lauderdale. Only you can. Is it worth it to get involved, even get involved with another no contact order, to engage with them? I usually, now if it is, it is, because it's just risen to that level of danger. If it's not, you're only just walking back into the narcissist's arena. And here's the great thing about moving, if you wanted to. They don't have to know. They don't have to know you're moving because of them. They don't know anything. As long as you stop acknowledging they exist in any way, shape, or form, they can't assign any type of motive to anything you do. So you could be moving for any number of reasons to anywhere you want. It's a tough situation when you want to get help and you can't. Listen, I walked in the court with that phone call of my mother threatening to kill Charlene. I think somebody counted 28 times. No, there was nothing they could do, though. They didn't want to do anything. Threats of physical violence, they didn't want to do anything about. Oh, well, since she was talking to you about her, it's not really a threat against her life. This is what we deal with. This is why I had to find a place to live 1,500 miles away from that situation. We just have to do it. Sometimes you just have to keep moving after no contact. Your first move might not do it for you. Your second move might not do it for you. Your third move might not do it for you. But even if it's not physically moving, changing something else about your pattern, just make sure you're not engaging unless you absolutely, positively have to. Because that's what they want. That's what they want. And, it's that frustration. Okay? I understand it. Imagine going into court with phone call for narcissistic mother. They barely wanted to even listen to it. They don't care. We know they don't care. That's the frustration. So we have to do what's best for ourselves. Who wants to walk in the court and then have them win anyway? And especially in Canada, where Canada is just fucked up. It just is. It just is. So I hope that helps. Thank you for another contribution and story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to help it succeed, grow, and expand, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.